Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good people. Welcome to Not Right, Not Wrong, making opinions cool again on 92.6, The Spot, on our new day, same time, Saturdays at 6 p.m. from 6 to 7 p.m.
For
So thank
sure.
you for checking us out. New day, same flow. With me, I have the crew. I have the men. We have Dark Mark in the house. How are you this evening, Dark Mark?
Hey, what's happening? What's happening, folks, fam, subscribers, everybody, Dog Mark as well. How are you, D1? You look good. How you feel?
I feel good. I feel good. Thank you very much. You look good too. I told you already. I see that you got, full grown man going
You
on
see
your
it.
face.
You see it. You see it. My t-shirt, you can't see it all, but it say you are now witnessing greatness. Needless to say.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I'll
sir.
take it. I'll let you rock with that on today. So you could go
Please
ahead
do.
and have
Please do.
it. But welcome. Good to see you. Am
Gracias.
I allowed to say in front of all of the folks? Can I say it? Can I acknowledge
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
day?
Go ahead. It's all
For
right. Go ahead.
sure. For sure.
All
Come on.
right. Happy birthday to you, sir. It's not today, but it did just pass. So,
Thank you.
Salute,
Thank
salute,
you.
salute.
Thank you.
oh,
53 years old and counting.
and counting and
Thanks for
counting.
the acknowledgement. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. Grown man wisdom in the house.
You're ready.
You're the elder. At this point, me and John just got to sit at your feet and wait for the
Facts.
wisdom.
Facts.
Now let's just share the wisdom. It's enough wisdom and abundance for us all.
Aw, that's generous of you. Thank you.
That's wisdom.
That's the wisdom right there. You the Buddha of not right, not wrong.
Yeah, the OG.
The OG. Good evening, Just Ja. How are you, the man with the bass? How are you tonight?
I am well. I am well. I go everything above sea level, my dear. Maintaining, maintaining, maintaining.
You dig?
Yeah, you did. You
I'm
did.
surprised they ain't say that.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
I
Nah,
was
that's JJ's line. This is Darnell. That's
oh,
mine.
right.
So we're gonna hear new stuff tonight.
We got the alter ego in the house tonight. We got Darnell. My bad.
Yeah, but it's all. But I'm well though. Everything. You know what I'm saying?
Good to see you.
All as always. Likewise, Empress. Likewise, Empress. Likewise.
So today is on me. And today I always want to talk about grown people things. I want to talk about grown people things because I really feel like there's not many people that are doing it. Um, so I've been thinking about how many of I know a lot of people right now who are in our age range and whose parents are like 60s, 70s, in some cases 80s. And now they're having to take care of their parents in some fashion, right? And I remember being a little bit younger and hearing my mother joke with my grandmother and say something like, what's going on? The roles are changing. Who's the mother now?" Because my mom had to start, handling some things, going through the bills or whatever and making some phone calls, whatever the case may be. And now I feel like, we're at that age. We're at that age where we might have some role reversals going on. And in some cases, the role reversal starts slow, right? It starts with, "Hey, baby, can you look at this bill for me? I don't quite understand what's going on." Or, "I can't get my phone to work. I can't figure out my phone. How do I do this?" I spent a good 2 hours about 6 months ago trying to help my mother with WhatsApp. It just never happened. Just never happened. She tried to FaceTime me on WhatsApp for about a whole weekend, and finally it was, that's it. We're gonna give up on this one. So, those types of things happen. Um, and sometimes the change, sometimes the adjustment is quick, unfortunately, right? Sometimes the adjustment might be, somebody's parent has some level of health decline. Maybe there's a fall, maybe there's something like that. Maybe there's a quick and sharp loss of income, or anything can happen. So I'm just curious about what's going on for you guys as it relates to this role reversal. Are you starting to feel it yet? Ja, what's going on in your life with this role reversal? Is it happening?
Go ahead, Donnell.
Yeah, well,
Oh, my bad, Darnell. I'm so sorry.
It's happening to you, right? Listen.
yeah, people ain't gonna get the inside joke. Like, why they call him Darnell?
Gas station.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So not right, not wrong joke. Yeah, I ain't gonna
Insider.
insider.
For
Yeah,
sure.
we'll probably share it later. I don't know. But anyway, D1 Empress. Yes, I am currently engaged in it right now. The roles have officially been reversed. I am going through bills. I am making calls. I am financially providing to a certain degree. Um, yeah, my mother, my mother is gonna be 80 years young in a few days, actually. So
Wow.
yeah,
Congrats, man.
Happy birthday to her. Wow.
Congrats.
yeah. So
She
God
in
bless.
February?
She's leap year. So actually,
February 29th.
yeah, yeah.
So she's really like 40 or something, right?
Right, yeah, basically. Oh, more like 15. She'll say she's like 15 because it's like every 4 years. So she always jokes and says, "I'm older than her. I'm always older than her." So,
I love that.
but yeah. So yeah, I'm dealing with it now. The role reversal thing. It's just yeah, it's just I guess that's just the interesting thing about life as time passes and we all grow up and start advancing in age and when I think about when I think about this ordeal, um even during my dad's last days, but he was dealing with cancer. um at at I was dealing with that, excuse me, when I was in my late 20s. I was the one going up to the hospital to see him. So it really wasn't so much caretaking per se, but I was the one that was assisting in the caretaking because he had a home aide whenever he was home. But I was the one that was always there for the most part. So that so I kind of experienced a role reversal thing at a younger age. But this difference with myself and my mother, this was more of a gradual transition. It's just the passing of time, the advancement of age, where of course there's some physical decline, obviously. And here I'm coming up, and I'm in my the height of my mature state. We are at the
Mhm.
heights. We are at the heights of our mature state before we become elders.
I
And,
like that. In the
uh,
height of our mature state. I like that, Donnell.
yeah, before before we in turn become elders, and our kids become grown, like grown.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, yeah, what I think of when I think about this D1, I gotta tell you, um, it's interesting. It's it's a little. it's a little sad. But also I think about not wanting to, as best as my ability, as long as God will give me the strength and allow me. Um, even Angie and I spoken up. Even Angie and I spoke about this. We we have to make a conscious effort of taking care of ourselves, being active, um, keeping mobile, keeping our minds sharp as best as possible, keeping ourselves mobile, our joints loose, um, keep it in shape as best as possible. So I don't. So when I, God willing, become an elder, I'm a active, energetic elder. My mother, I mean my daughter, won't have to be put in this predicament. You know, I wouldn't want my daughter when she becomes a grown woman to have to reach back and worry about her pops and try to take care of her pops. I would want her to push forward, live alone, live her own life, start her own family, and you know, I'd be the energetic spry, pop, come around, play with the kids, and she don't have to worry about my health because I'm responsible for it. You know, in spite, barring unforeseen circumstances. Yeah.
Man, listen, that's super considerate of you. I
Mm,
remember my oldest is now 26, but
Mm.
he must have been 9, 10-ish
mm-hmm,
when I started making my bid to him for how he was going to take care of me.
mm,
Mm.
And
mm,
at that youthful age, he told me I would not be able to stay with him. He said, I will have to put you in a nursing home. And I said, what? He goes, my wife is not going to want you to stay with
Oh,
us. Your
wow.
wife?
Wow.
right. Like, hold up,
So
my baby. What?
listen, I tried to start early. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and lay the groundwork. He was like, no, ma'am, no, you will not.
So,
You
so
got to
you
go
can't
talk
be
to somebody else.
surprised now.
Yeah.
I can't be.
You can't be surprised. He already told you it's 9 to 10.
Mm.
Listen, I ain't gonna work. We're gonna come visit you though.
Right.
I'll sit with you. Yeah, bring over cornbread, mac and cheese, sit with you,
Hmm.
play a little music, comb your hair, then I'm in the wind.
Yeah.
Listen, that little boy didn't even say that. I don't think he planned to visit me.
Oh no, he got to come visit.
He didn't say nothing about
Like,
coming to visit. He was like,
oh,
no, ma'am, the way me and my wife will be set up.
yeah.
Not even on Mother's Day. He gotta come Mother's Day. Them
Listen,
He got
nursing homes is packed on Mother's Day. He gotta come Mother's Day. Come on,
I
man.
yeah.
don't know. I don't know. I think the girls got me though. The girls seem to love me.
Girls got you.
I
Okay.
think I think they got me. The oldest girl at one point, when she was around his age, she was like, "You're gonna come to college with me. You're gonna come to college. You're gonna stay in the dorms with me." And that.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
oh, that's
That's
nice.
nice.
That's
Look
nice.
at that.
So yeah. So the girls got me.
But that's what she said at 9.
That's what she said at 9, right? Because when she went to college, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But all right.
uh, uh,
I appreciate the intention was there at least. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. And this one, I don't think this one plans to leave home. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
up now.
Ever. You see?
Hold up now.
It's
us.
I,
It's us.
I need middle ground here. I
Yeah.
just need to be taken care of. I don't need you to be with me all of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Right? Mm.
Listen, Mark, what's going on with you? How's this role reversal happening? And is Marjane gonna take care of you?
um, I'd like to think so. Based on all the vibes and the energy and the conversation and things I get from her, I would like to think that she is. But excuse me, she's very sensitive in this topic. You understand? So normally, whenever I bring these things up or speak about it going forward, and as Josh said, you know, coming out of the height of our sorry, as Darnell said, coming out of the height of our mature state and things like that. Whenever we have these conversations and sit down, dad and daughter conversations like that, she'll always start thinking about death. So I got to be careful how she approaches it. She don't want to speak about anything related to death, what death brings, our trans, anything about that. She's not with that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I speak about it freely. I have no problem with it. I just want her to prepare for this. It's inevitable for anybody. Not that it's going to happen tomorrow, next week, but
Mm-hmm.
that's my level of comfort with it. So I have to be careful about, hey, Marjane, at some point I will be this age or this age. You understand? I don't want you to have any pressure or worry about or thinking about. However, it may be the case where I may not have full use of this, may not be able to think like this. My cognitive ability may be diminished and I may, so anything like
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sorry, Mark. You're going to keep mentioning your cognitive decline and you think I'm not going to say anything? You think I'm not?
I said might, it might be the case,
I'm here
but
to tell you it's begun.
she,
Damn it, man.
it's not
Damn it, man.
gas station. Um, but she don't really want to talk about that type of thing because it's gonna, she's gonna start thinking that I'm a transition. But in regards to my mom, I welcome that. I welcome, her on into the winter years. I think she'll be turning either 79 or 80 in August.
Mm.
If memory serves me correct. Forgive me, I don't even know my mom's birthday. So somewhere around that time, she'll be turning 79 or 80. And I've been looking forward to this coming about and knowing, because I kind of figured this out. This is what we're supposed to do, right? And healthy, family relationships, this is how the cycle of life goes. Even outside of healthy family relationship, this is how the cycle of life goes. The parent gonna become the child, child gonna become the parent. It's just gonna move on from that, and you gotta welcome that. Now, I remember when I was 15 years old, one of my homeboys, we was talking about our parents and them transitioning, and I said that I would rather die before my mom. In any situational ordeal, I'd rather die before my mom, whatever age it's gonna be, because I know I wouldn't be able to deal with the fact of me losing her.
Mm-hmm.
His mom, you know, my homeboy said the same thing. We never said this about our pops. I don't know what it is. And I'm a father, you understand? But it's something about the moms. I love my father just the same, but it's something about the moms. And as I got older and we continued to live on, I understood what this role looked like and what I'm supposed to do, what may happen to her at some point as her health and age and things decline. Right now, she's fine. She's fully functioning. And the different things that I see as far as help, it will definitely come by way of computer. Anything by way of computer, I'm tech support. You understand? Anything by way of phone, I'm tech support. Like similar to what's the WhatsApp. Oh, Mark, would you when you come by? They say something about an update. What I need to update, I got this certain things that come in, right? So it'd be easier, right? Hey, mom, listen. So you on the phone now? So what it's saying? Oh boy, it better if you just come take a look at it. Could you send me a screenshot? No, I go, just come take a look at it. Just come over. You understand? So um we could balance this out. So it's me, I'm here, my sister's here, my brother's here, and even my daughter's here. So
Mm-hmm.
we could balance this out in regards to that. So some of the things I don't even know about tech support and what's going on with these phones, I ask my daughter. I tell my daughter, call your grandmother, explain this to her. Or sometimes we'll just go over there and show her certain things she can't pick up, certain things she can't lift. So at the same time, I may be the carpenter, the handyman, and different things like that. But I welcome this. You understand? Outside of me telling her that I love her, this is how I show it by showing up for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I welcome that. I remember a a very long time ago. When my brother was home from the military, I may have shared this story. My brother was home from the military on leave when he was in the Navy. We were going to the supermarket. We were still on Webster at this point. So my brother went down first. He was walking ahead of us. I think he was across the street talking to a couple of people he knew. I had the push cart. I was coming down the stairs with my mom. So we're out of the building and we get ready to cross the street. So I'm standing in front of her. I got the push cart with me, and I put my hand behind me to hold my mom's hand as we cross the street. To this day, my mom still hold my hand crossing the street. I
Mm,
don't know. It gives me a warm feeling right here when she does that.
mm,
So I put my hand to hold her hand, and I didn't feel her hand. So I just turned around. I was gonna say, "Hey, mom, you're not gonna hold my hand." And when I turned around, I saw her shaking. Right? She was having a seizure.
mm,
So as soon as I saw that, everything just turned to slow motion. You know how these go in these situations. People always say everything turned to slow motion. Everything turned to slow motion. So I dropped the push cart, and as I'm reaching out to grab her, she just falling back. And so my hand is coming across to try to grab her, and I couldn't grab her fast enough, and she fell and hit her head on the
mm,
street.
Oh,
So I said, "Oh my God." So without me making a long story even longer, you can tell how frantic I was in
mm,
that situation. So I yelled to my brother across the street. He ran back, and she's going through the season. Now everybody in the building come out because they all know my mom. They already called the ambulance. The ambulance came. So after that, it was rare if ever that she ever had a seizure because she had brain surgery. All of that took place. So these are some of the things that I think about in regards to her moving on into her winter years. As I would like to say, I pray nothing like that ever reappears, if
mhm,
it ever does, or do seizures reappear, or whatever happened, because she's been fine for so long. You understand? I mean, I was still in high school when this happened. Now I'm 53. I don't want anything like that to reappear while she's enjoying this time of her life. And the beauty of it is that she appears to me to be happy. That what more can I ask for? I can't ask God for anything else. When I talk to her, she sounds happy.
mm,
Anything she need to do, she just asks. She asks my brother, he's on it. She asks my sister, she's on it. She asks me, I'm on it. So we at her whim lovingly. And as things start to you know, change in her life and what she's able to do. If that's the case, we put her in a home, then that's the decision or consensus we'll come to between the three of us. She want one of us to live with her, then we're gonna figure out who, because all of us is gonna want that. And I'm glad that it's like that to where, well, she could live with me. Well, she could live with, it won't be in a, nah, you handle that. That's the beauty of it.
mhm.
But for now, I welcome that and doing these things for her, and will continue to.
yeah. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. I'm glad that she's happy and healthy. I don't remember that incident at all. And everybody on the block knew your mom.
Yeah,
So I'm sure
yeah.
I had to hear about it, but I
I'm
don't
sure.
remember that.
I'm sure, but yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. John, what about you? What if your mom needed to live with you or you needed to move in with her or something like that? How have you thought about something like that?
Yeah, I've actually thought about it currently, um, because it could because at the state of the juncture, it could potentially get like that. So, um, because she has some ailments right now that she's going through. So I've been assisting her and being supportive as best I can with regards to that. But if it came down to it, um, yeah, I think I would have to. Bring her in. Yeah, I'll have to bring her in. Absolutely. And if not bring her in, at least stay where she's at for a significant amount of times out the week. So yeah, that's definitely a given. Because there's no rotation. I'm my only son. So the responsibility would be solely on me.
Yeah. John, you said it earlier, but I mean, I feel like there's so many emotions
Hmm.
that come up when you start to like, some of it is like light, right? And funny and like, oh yeah, you tech support. We all become tech support.
Hmm.
Um, my 11-year-old is already tech support for me. She puts together half the boxes that come in here. Come put this together for mommy. You feel like putting stuff together today? She's like, yeah, sure, great. Go off, do the um. But some of that is light, and some of it is a little bit heavier and more complicated.
Hmm.
So what's unique about all of us is that we've all already lost our dads and
Hmm.
our moms are still in the picture.
Mm.
So
That's it.
I didn't even think about that until tonight.
Hmm.
And I know when my dad passed away, I got a phone call saying, well, before he passed away, when he went into the hospital for the last time, I got a phone call saying, hey, Tamika, we need you to make some decisions. The doctor needs to speak to you. And I was like, well, I everybody slow down. My head is spinning. Give me a second. I don't even understand what's happening right now. I just let me hang up the phone. I'm gonna get right back. Um,
Process.
yeah, I needed to process. I was like,
That's
wait,
deep.
what? When did he end up in the hospital? Like, what is happening? And how am I the person? What decisions you need me to make? Whoa, these are heavy. I just give me a minute. And so that was sudden. That was real sudden. It was real quick, and it was. I don't wish that on anybody, on
Sure.
nobody.
Sure.
D1, can I ask you a quick question?
Hmm.
Was there a lead up to, or just out the blue? Hey, Tamika, what you doing? Listen, you need to make these decisions. Was there a lead up to it? Like people were letting you know he's getting, more ill. He's feeling a lot worse, and you pick up and you kind of knew, or it was a surprise.
So without going too like, I'll try and like
Yeah, yeah, dig
make
it.
it more succinct, at least for this platform. I'll give y'all
Hmm.
more information later, but um, so he had been ill for a number of years.
Okay.
So he had been in and out of the hospital for years. And my dad was disobedient. He was like,
Facts.
doctor's orders what? I could care less about doctor's orders. He's like, F them doctors.
Woo!
Mm.
He escaped from the hospital a number of times, like, and the family would be looking for him. He'd be out at the handball court. For real, Pop? Like, this is what we doing? So that was kind of the way we were used to him operating for years, easily 15 years. But he was always conscious. So he can always make his own decisions, whether they were good or bad. He was making his own decisions
Mhm.
and couldn't nobody get in the way. This particular time, he had lost consciousness. So he was no longer able to make decisions for himself, and it wasn't looking good. As we know, he passed away, so it was not good.
Mhm.
And so I got the phone call like he's not conscious, and we need a decision maker, and that decision maker is you. I was just like, so that oversimplifies some things, but there are some fractures in my family unit. There are some very significant fractures in my family unit, which is how that phone call came to me, as opposed to some other people that it probably should have
Should have
come
went.
to.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hmm.
Right. But those fractures are what's standing out to me now because, Ja, you're an only child. See, when you're not an only child, I have fractures in my family that make caring for my mom a little bit complicated and complex.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm grateful that she has someone hands on who could step in and help her in a heartbeat. And I'm grateful for that. But if for some reason, and she's happy and healthy, she's going to the gym, she's unstoppable. She's on cruises, she's traveling, she's doing all kinds of things, and I love it. And I love that for her. I love that for me. I want that for her forever. Um, but if something changes and she needs to stay with somebody because she needs care, I can't even imagine how complicated that decision making process would be in a family that's fractured.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I got it. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
So I'm low key. I'm definitely jealous, Mark, to hear you saying that you and your sibs would be like, she could come here, she could come here, and the communication around that. And I'm a little bit jealous of you. I know it has to feel like a lot of weight,
Mm,
but also to not have the fractures feels a little bit heavenly to me to
Mm.
think about.
mm,
Mm.
mm.
So when I think about the potential of what could happen, I'm sad, but I'm also scared and confused and a little bit nervous and all kinds of things. What
Sure.
emotions come up for y'all when you think about the possibilities of having to like care for your moms, to take them in or to live with them or whatever that looks like? What emotions come up and how do you handle those emotions?
Um,
You going to Darnell or to?
yeah. Who you going to
Yeah,
first? My bad.
go ahead, Darnell, you
Go
take it.
ahead, Darnell.
Uh,
AKA.
hilarious. This is hilarious. Um, yeah, the emotions I feel is sadness. So one of the things that I find myself doing is thinking about mortality, and I think about mortality often. The reason why is that, just to, I don't mean to go off on a tangent a little bit, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna tie it in.
Tangents is what we do, bruh. That's what we do.
Yeah.
You see
So
it?
oftentimes I think about mortality, and specifically my mortality as well, because even within our peers, a lot of people has transitioned. Matter of fact, just recently, a childhood friend of mine transitioned, and I'm going to a family memorial this weekend.
Mm.
Wow.
So
Sorry to hear that,
yeah,
John.
thank
My condolences.
yeah, thank you. So, and he was in our age group. He just turned the 50. So
Wow.
yeah, so and then I also have other people that I know of, acquaintances and classmates that are within our age group that's already transitioned. And I'm looking at also celebrities that I watched growing up. That was part of our childhood, part of our culture that we talked about.
Mm.
That's has grown up to be elders, and now they're ancestors and now transition. Like, man, look at this time. Time is just going by. The time just going by. We're advancing. Just yesterday we were young adults having fun, progressive partying. Now we're advanced adults with parents that are parents to teens and adults.
We got AARP cards over here. So
Facts. Facts.
AARP cards. I think, yeah, I think so. I think about all those things. D1, and also think about how young my father transitioned. He was only 59.
mm,
He was just months before 60.
Wow.
I think all of our fathers transitioned at a fairly young age, right? Early 60s, late 50s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so bad with age. I think my father was late 60s, I think.
Oh, late
Yeah,
50s?
I think he was late 60s.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
late 60s for my pops to early 70s.
Oh, early 70s? Okay.
Late 60s, early 70s.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All right. So it's yeah, it's yeah, it's fairly young somewhat, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah, then mine's was mad young, 59. You know what I'm saying? Um so when I think about all these things and I think about my mother turning 80 and how I'm helping her, I often think about her mortality as well. And I think about when I also think about when that day comes. So that's for me that's where the sadness comes in. So to come to combat that more than ever, I make a conscious effort to be present, stay in the present moment. So it's my attempt to slow down time, to stay in the moment.
Mhm.
I attempt to slow down time, right? Because it's I see it's passing. It's passing too fast, and only and for me to think ahead and think about mortalities and things of that nature is only gonna um, keep me away from being present and being in the moment and enjoying the moment. So so this is the for lack of a better term, the battle that I currently go through now mentally, the battle to stay in the present as opposed to thinking about mortalities and people will transition and my mortality and my mother's mortality and what ifs and all that shit. It's I make the intention to stay present.
Yeah. That's a dope intention. I imagine that for me, that sounds a little bit difficult. Like I imagine it might be difficult sometimes because sometimes your mind will just float off into places. So
Oh
you're conscious to pull it back.
yeah, but the intent to pull it back and stay in a moment. Hell yeah, it's fucking challenging to do that because that's what our mind
Mm.
is. It floats off and but it's not as easy as I'm speaking about it. Of course, like you said, it does that. So it's like reel it back, be present. Be present. You be present. Enjoy the podcast. Enjoy the podcast with your friends and your co-hosts right now. Be in the moment right now.
Yeah.
So instead of just going off, be in a moment. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course it's hard. Yeah, yeah. It ain't easy. It's takes some training and some practice.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I know, like, sometimes my mind doesn't float off into mortality very often, I don't think.
Hmm.
But most of the time when it happens is at night when things get quiet.
Mm.
Mm.
And it could be so difficult in those quiet hours when you can't pick up the phone and call somebody, you may not distract yourself, whatever. And it just like sometimes for me, the thoughts could go crazy in the middle of the night.
Yeah, yeah. You're not alone. Not alone.
What, I
Something
don't know
about the nighttime.
what thoughts are you thinking about, Sir Mark?
Nah, nah. Look at the gas station.
He's gonna discuss it with you in FaceTime.
Nah, it's something about the nighttime. I mean, these some things people say in their alone time, specifically in the night. These are the type of things that they get hit with. Like Josh said, it requires some training, some mental training, you know.
Do you do the same thing? Do you try and how do you deal with your emotions around this topic?
Um, so I mean, like I said earlier when we opened up, I'm very comfortable with speaking about transitioning and death and things of that nature. Because I think it does more harm when we don't talk about it. I try to make light of the subject. Is you know, is what we could do now while we're here. Should this happen tomorrow, then I'm gone. What
Mm,
can I do? Just, I try to make light of it because it's inevitable for everybody, whether it's when I'm 100, whether it's when I'm, whatever age it's going to be, it's what it is. But in regards to my mom, I try to do the same thing. I try not to think about it, just make her happy. Like Josh said, live in the moment and we're assuming that they may transition before us. We don't know.
Don't know.
yeah, we
You,
don't.
you
Don't know.
understand? We could have a massive earthquake, the whole entire East Coast is gone.
Yeah,
Too
real
many
talk.
possibilities that could happen, but right now we're assuming that it will be them just based on their age and how normally life things goes, but we don't know. So that's why I can't lead too far in it because we don't know what may take place. But in the event that, say, I mean, it was different with my pops. I didn't know Josh's pop had died from cancer. My pops did as well, and his cancer was progressive. I mean, this thing spread so rapid. I
Mm,
Mm.
remember from one doctor's visit where they said that he was doing fine for the most part to him going back to the hospital a couple of times later, and this just and them saying, listen, y'all need to get his affairs in order.
mm,
That's a big
Wow.
difference.
mm,
Once they tell you need to get your affairs in order, you know what that means. That's the polite way of saying, like, listen, it's imminent, it's gonna happen soon.
mm,
And during one of the times he had to go to the hospital, the doctor said, listen, this is just going to continue to happen. There's nothing we could do. We was already talking about hospice care, but the doctor mentioned it
Mm.
just based on what he was saying. And, as you may or may not know, my pops was friendly. So it's a number of us. Um, Not even with my mom, he got, yeah,
Is that
that's the
is
term I
that
use,
how we
friendly.
calling it? Friendly?
I've been saying that for years. A couple of people probably ran with it, but that's my line. So my pops was very friendly,
very friendly man. Yes.
very friendly man. You
Yeah.
understand? So it was a lot of us. And my pops used to live by himself, even as he started to become more ill and he wasn't able to do the things that he could. And I remember one particular time I went to see my dad. He's already cancer diagnosis running through his body, rampant, metastasizing. He's not doing well. He still insisted that he want to live by himself. And I
Mm,
went to see him this particular visit. He was walking very slow. He was talking very slow. And just to see him do that, despite his body fighting against him, and he went into the kitchen and he took out an onion and he got a knife and he started to cut that onion. It was slow, but he was still doing it.
Mm.
And I'm just watching him and just in awe. Man, that story always do something to me
Mm-hmm.
that you trying so hard, Dad, you gotta let this go. It's gonna beat you.
mm,
But he never wanted to admit that or see to it. So
mm,
he's still cutting this onion and he talking to me. He had lost all kind of weight. So he put the onion down because the neighbor in the building had came down. So she's in an apartment too. She knows the whole family for years. So my dad, he walked in to he had a studio, small studio, so it's just him. So he walked into like the bedroom slash living room area, and he's talking to the young lady, and he said, "Listen, let me sit down." So when he turned to go sit down, he missed the couch.
mm,
So he started to fall. But this time, I was fast enough. I caught him before he hit the floor. And I just looked at him. And without him telling me, you could tell in his body and all of his everything about him said, listen, Mark, I can't live by myself no more. Without him even saying that. Why am I even saying it
Mm.
like, Dad, look, come on, man. Come on. It's time, Dad. But despite that, all I kept thinking about, and like even after that happened, I say for about 3 or 4 months, every time I thought about that, I just started crying. Cause I kept thinking about him cutting that onion
Mm-hmm.
and just fighting against it. Just fighting against it and him losing so much weight, he had to keep adjusting his pajama pants. He had
Mm-hmm.
to keep pulling it up. And I
Wow.
kept thinking about him fighting that onion. And the next day, one of my other sisters, not the sister that y'all familiar with, my other sister,
Mm-hmm.
um, he went to live with her.
Okay.
Very next day. So it was a all hands on deck. It was just a matter of when and where. But once that incident happened, I let the family know, like, listen, he can't live by himself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight,
Yeah.
not tomorrow. Tonight,
Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
tonight. So everybody calls, who got this, that, calls. Again, it's a lot of us, So
Mm-hmm.
even his son, I live out of town. Well, where we go? We're going with other sister. I got it. Boom. Next day, well, one of my other brothers stayed with him that night. Stayed there. Next morning, he was gone until he, transitioned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't want my mom to have the same fate. Right now, she's healthy, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the things I think about. I think about that onion story and just the strength. And I see that in my mom too.
Mm-hmm.
So in the event that these things happen, which I don't try to lose sight of the fact that it may happen.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's just easier to stay in the moment. And at the same time, one of the things I pray for is that I'm always able and healthy enough to be able to care for her. Because if something happened to me, I can't. So I pray that I'm always healthy and able enough to care for her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what helps me a lot, and seeing all these blessings that I'm able to do for her.
Yeah. Let me ask you, you, Mel, your brother in good communication with your other siblings? Or y'all just
I
is it
well, I'm in communication. Well, one of the oldest out of all of us, my father's name was Robert. The oldest out of all of us,
mm-hmm.
his name is Robert too.
Okay.
So this thing is 7 or 8 of us,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So he's in contact with all of us,
Oh, okay.
with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of splintered in regards to who's in contact with who. I think that's the best way for me to say it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of splintered. We are conscious of each other being here, acknowledged,
Mm-hmm.
all of us here, but it's kind of splintered who talk who. One may text everybody, "Hey, I
Yeah.
love you guys," that type of thing.
Oh,
We could always call, pick up, "Hey, what's up? How you been?" type of thing.
that's
We text about sports.
mm-hmm.
One of them we haven't heard from in forever. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know anything about him. What he doing? What is life like?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the sister who my father went to live with when we realized he couldn't live. I'm in contact with her. We speak, we
Okay.
text, we on Facebook together.
Yeah.
So it's splintered in regards to who talks to who.
Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. All right. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, because it's a not that that shouldn't matter, but it's a huge age gap
Mm-hmm.
between because the sister that he went to live with, she's the youngest out of all of my father's kids.
Gotcha.
It's like a 15-year age gap, 15 or 16-year age gap between me and her.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Mm. All right, cool, cool,
What
cool.
made you ask that, y'all?
Yeah, because that dynamic sometimes causes to use marks where splinters. So I was just curious as to do the siblings communicate? Do all the siblings communicate with each other? Do they make it? Do they decide to forge their own bond, being that they have a common parent, or do they just go off go off on their separate ways after a tragedy or whatever? So I was just curious because I have a sister. I'm just my mother's only child, so she has a my sister has her mother, but I'm very close with them, and I call her my bonus mom. I don't say stepmother. I call her my bonus mother. But she's always uh saw to it that my sister and I made a have a close relationship. My sister and I are very close now. So we've been close for a long time. We didn't grow up together. We didn't live together. But I see her. I come down on weekends and see her, and I know I was there. I was there when she first started walking.
Mm.
I was there when she was born and all that kind of stuff. The beginning years and stuff like that. But I moved. I moved and chose to live with my mother at the time. So it was my father, my mother, and her, and my bonus mom was hoping that all of us would live together as a unit. So she was disappointed that I chose to live with my mother because that's what she wanted. She wanted us to all live together as a unit. But one thing she made clear, she always wanted to make sure that her and I had a relationship.
Mm.
It didn't want to be this thing where that's my daughter and that's her son. She was like, no, that's your brother. I want, y'all keep that relationship going. And so it's been that way. We're very close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing my siblings never I could only speak for me and my brother and sister that I grew up with together that you two are familiar with. One
Hmm.
thing we never did is call any of our other siblings steps.
Right.
We never said steps because that kind of diminishes that relationship. You understand?
Exactly. Yep.
Similar to you. This is my sister.
Yep.
We have the same father.
Yeah.
This is my brother. We had it's known as stepbrother, stepsister.
That's
Some
right.
people say that. I don't knock them. We never chose to say that.
Same here. Same.
Yeah, I think that says a lot about your mindset and how you treat the
Right.
person. Because
Mm.
step is kind of, oh, they secondary, and that's going to determine how you treat them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I agree. I agree with you 100%. I share that same mentality. That's my sister. Period. And I have a bonus mother. I don't even say stepmother. That's my bonus mother.
hmm
Yeah.
Shad, does your mom have any issue with that? Like, how did you navigate that between your mom and your bonus mom?
Yeah. That was yeah. That goes without saying. Them two had their odds, but time time kind of dissipates wounds
Yeah.
per se. And yeah, well, yeah, my mother acknowledges my sister. My mother, yeah, she acknowledges my sister. Like, yeah, that's your sister. She acknowledges that.
Yeah.
It's not a thing with her where she turns her face her nose up at it. She knows that's my sister. Yeah.
yeah, she here.
It is what it is. Yeah.
It's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And regardless of anything, the siblings didn't do anything. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Bingo. Bingo. Bingo.
yeah.
End of the day.
Mm,
Yeah.
End of the day.
yep.
So listen, I have one last question for you guys.
Mm,
It's been a love fest. We all love our moms. They're
Mm.
lovely. We would do anything for them. They are
Facts.
beautiful. Oh my
Facts.
goodness, my mommy, my mommy, my mommy. Do they ever test your patience? Do you ever get frustrated? I mean, it may not be the same for us because we're not in the situation that we're actually caretakers for them. So maybe it's not
Mhm.
showing up. But I know some people who are caretakers for their parents, love their parents dearly. And some of these people have a ton of patience. But every now and again, they be like, lady, you pushing it today. If you don't eat this cornbread and leave me alone. So maybe that's not happening for us, but I just want to know, do your parents ever kind of frustrate you or pull on your patience a little bit? See one?
Let me see. I mean, we are all human beings. Every single one of us, right? Us, our parents, they're all human beings. And as human beings, they're gonna do things on maybe on certain days that you may be like, ah, you may need the woosah, as they say, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna happen. So normally what may happen, so everybody know I'm an early riser. I like to move early. I like to do things early, even if it's early as 7:30 in the morning. I'm your man for that. You want to get up early, you want to go jog, you want to do something early, I'm your man for it. You understand? So I may have a plan with my mom for a particular time. I She's like, say, hey boy, I want you to take me such and such. All right, mama, should go. What time you want me? All right, boy, be here at 7:30. Done. 7:25, 7:26, I'm pulling up. So I get there. So I may find a hydrant or something because we're gonna pull off. So I put the hazard, so I'm sitting in the car. Hey mom, you going down? You coming down? No, boy, I need you to come upstairs. Um, well, mom, I can't find no parking at 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, boy, I need you to come upstairs, right? So now,
First
It's
of
like
all, can I just say I
it's like she
love
didn't
that
even
your
hear. It's
mom
like she didn't even
calls you.
hear you, right?
it don't matter. It doesn't matter. So the rules of the road, right? Regardless of the parking attendants and everything, that don't matter. You gotta, without her saying it, figure out what you need to do with that car
Yeah,
or wherever you need to put it and come upstairs. But in a polite way, nah, boy, I need you to come upstairs. Come
yeah.
on upstairs.
Uh,
Like, but mom, I'm in a high, like it's no parking anywhere. So what? How about the car? I gotta go upstairs.
mm,
It is what it is. So the whole time I'm thinking, don't let them swing by. Don't let them swing by. Hydrant is $150 off top. You already know it.
mm,
Now, most of them will give you courtesy. You keep the hazards on. But that courtesy is just them swinging around maybe one more time.
yeah, facts.
You
Fact.
understand?
Yep.
That courtesy, oh, it has, okay. I'm going to give him a swing around. I swing back around, hand in there,
Mm-hmm.
$150.
Mm-hmm.
So now, I go upstairs. I'm assuming that, she's ready. I need to take care of something quick. But I go upstairs. She's dressed, but her coat or something may not be on. Boy, I need you to grab this and this for me. All right. Ticket, 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 ticket. This is thinking in my mind. Then we come back down. I don't see anything on the windshield. I feel relieved. So
Mm-hmm.
these things are happening sometime. So my mom is famously known for her wanting us to go to the supermarket. Granted, certain things she can't pick up that may be heavy. You go visit my mom, you going to the supermarket. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to the supermarket. Me, brother, sister, daughter, nephew, you
Mm-hmm.
going to the supermarket. Whether you're getting a lot of stuff or a little bit of stuff, you're going to the supermarket. So if she know, like, let's say I go over there on Thursday, she know I'm coming. Hey, mom, I'm gonna be there about 5. All right, boy, I need you to pick up a few things from the store. No problem, mama. Text me the list when you get a chance. All right, I just want a few items. So I'll wake up, I'll get the text, I hear the ping. All right, I see the text, right? About 30 things on there, right? Just a few items. All right, mom, I'll pick it up. So normally I'll let her know when I'm in the supermarket. Depending upon where I'm at in the day, I'll go to my supermarket, drive to her, or I'll go to the supermarket near her. So now I scoop up everything. I'm in the supermarket. I'm on the line. Hey, boy, you still in the supermarket? Yeah, mom, I'm on the line. Did you get such and such? No, you need that? Yeah, I need that. Mom, I'm on the line already. I'm paying for it. Oh, could you grab that before you come?
It's like she didn't even hear you. It's like she don't
Yeah,
hear
I tell her, I said, listen, I gotta go back. Could you hold? I gotta go back. So now I shoot, boom, 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 boom,
you.
grab that, shoot back, put that on there, gone.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's you gotta laugh about these things. You know
Uh,
why? As much as to make us do it, make you lose your patience at time. Absolutely, I'm human. And the reason why I say you gotta laugh at it now, because at the same time, till she transitioned, those would be the things that I miss.
Yeah.
And
mm,
if I'm reminiscing with my brother or sister, remember when mom used to the supermarket?
mm,
She got the same thing every time, almond milk, cheddar. These are the things we're gonna laugh at. You
Yeah.
understand? Me pulling up. Hey, mom, I'm downstairs. You downstairs? Yeah. All right, boy, come on up. Okay. I mean,
I'm
you
Wait,
know.
but Mark, I'm really tickled because your mom didn't take the time to memorize your name. She just calls you boy all the time.
She don't really say Mark too much. Sometimes she be like, "Yeah, boy, come here."
What
Yeah.
does she do with Ern? Does she call Ern boy too?
She said the same thing.
Okay.
I believe she said the same thing.
Mm.
Yeah, and then sometime, once I get there and we settle, and then she talk, and this is the funny thing, she'll call me Doc Mark. She'll say, Doc Mark, how you doing today? How's everything going? How's work? And
uh,
she'll ask about everybody in my circle, everybody at work. She'll ask how everything going.
mm,
Yeah, she'll say Doc Mark when I'm in front of her. We sitting down just talking and kicking it.
yeah.
But if I'm on the phone and I pick up, hey mama, hey boy, how's everything? That's what she say.
That's cool, man.
That's the best. That's the best. Ja, your mama call you boy too?
uh, she called me by my full name. She called me by my full name or Ja. She called me my full name.
So you Ja or you Ja?
Yeah, either or. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Or
And
she'll
what
call.
about you? You have those moments with her?
Come on, man. Our parents irked us when they was raising us.
You're ready.
Irked. That is the
You're
word.
ready.
Irked.
You're ready.
You know what I'm saying? Man, that goes without saying. But yeah, I had a couple of woosah moments. I'm like, you know, that reaction,
Not the wide eyes.
yeah, the wide eye, yeah, I do, yeah, do the wide eye and the deep sigh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's been plenty of those. There's been plenty of those, but man, the one thing you don't want to do is chast. You don't want to chastise. I know for me, you don't want to chastise your parents because then I definitely feel bad if it comes to that point.
You can't.
Yeah,
You can't.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that's not cool. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I definitely had some irking moments. Yeah, of course. But I press on and continue to show up for mama. You know what I mean?
I just couldn't let y'all get off of this here Beyonce's internet acting like it was all good in the hood. Like I needed y'all to confess some things.
Of course, of course.
I needed you. And honestly, that's the biggest thing that scares me about I like the method of living in the present time. I like that. I don't need to look in the future. We can't predict the future anyway. What's the point? And if
Mhm.
most of us, if we try and look into the future, we often think worst case scenario and all kinds of things.
Or,
It sounded like I said scenario.
which
um,
is
but when I do let my mind go there, I'm like, can I live with my mom again? Like, can I can I do that? Like,
Turn that
oh,
music down.
yo, girl, you got dishes in the sink. Well, girl, ain't you hot? No, mom, I'm not hot. You sure you not hot? Ma, you
Right, right, right.
you feel like eating something sweet. Ma, you want something sweet? What would you like? You about to get up? Because you look like you was about to get up. Would you want something from the kitchen? Like, I don't know. I haven't had to live with my mom since I was like 18.
Uh,
Actually, no, I lived with her for like maybe 6 months at 21. And I was like, oh, this is
like, I gotta go.
this a lot. This a lot.
Go.
So
I got
to those folks who are taking care of their parents, kudos.
Enough respect.
salute,
Enough respect.
salute, salute, salute,
Enough respect.
salute. Yes.
Any final words, brothers?
Um, yeah, I would just say this was a beautiful topic. It was a great topic. Definitely food for thought and something to think about. And the beauty of topics like this, and not only talking about our parents and our moms and the relationships we have for them, and just sharing with our viewers the things that we would do for them and are currently doing, but also at the same time, it's seeing that we're still here now on into our 50s, because when they were 50, 51, 52, 53, and we were what, 14, 15, 16, what have you, we ain't gonna never get that age. You
Yeah,
understand? And all of our parents' friends were ancient. I was talking to someone recently, and I was talking about how my parents used to entertain guests. My parents get dressed up and they stay home, have guests come over, everybody dressed up, looking nice. I'm thinking, wow, my parents' friends are old, and they always ask the same thing: "How you doing in school?" And I never liked that stupid ass question. Like, you can't ask nothing else. They ask me how I'm doing in school. Ask my brother how I'm doing in school. Ask my sister how you doing in school, right? But they always brought something. You know what guests do? You can't go empty handed. They always brought something, and they
yeah,
always brought something for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, when they first get there, we all come out, say hi to everybody. Then we had to go to our rooms. It's adult time. We hear them laughing and joking, playing the spinners, the OJs, Barry White, all that type of music.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gone. And
Mm-hmm.
now look at us now, on into our 50s, talking about retirements and different things we want to do for our kids.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's the beauty of having these conversations like that. And like Josh said, and probably the theme of this is that we get to enjoy it now with them and be in the moment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Um, just uh just observing the the beauty of life, the cycle of life, and just observing how amazing it is. I'll say that, how amazing it is, and how we once thought we would never be, and we've now become once. So that's what I have to say about that. It just seeing 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 where we are, where our elders are, and then where our children are coming up behind us, the whole transition, and just amazing, just amazing, just amazing.
It really is. It really is. Part of what I was in my mind, if we had enough time, was to talk about some of that. I remember the old schoolhouse parties. Like they were a little bit annoying to me, like, oh my God, my parents are going to this thing and I gotta go sit in these old people house. Old people then, I think my mom was like 35 or 36. Oh my God, I gotta sit in old people house. But if they had younger kids, then it was cool because my mom was strict, so I didn't get a lot of freedom. But if we went to somebody's house and they had kids, oh, I could get out of my mom's eyesight for a little bit. So that was
Mm-hmm.
fun. But them old people be in the living room and the kitchen drinking and laughing
Oh
and music
gosh.
blasting. I'm like, I just want a piece of chicken. I'm going to, can I have chicken? Go back.
But then at those same parties, right? At those same parties, at some point, normally it was my mom, right? You hear somebody call you, Mark, where Mark at? Go, if they have other kids, they gotta go get you. You bonding with the other kids, and they come get you. They say, Mark, do that shit you do in the house. Do that thing you do in the house
Oh man,
in the
yeah,
living
that
room.
part, yeah.
Come on, do this. You always do it in the house. Come on, do that. And he's like, oh no, come on, man. In front of it here, and you now in the house, you are entertainer. You Michael Jackson. You come on.
You
Dad,
here,
look,
you
look,
here.
Dad, look, Mom, look. And they don't pay you no mind. Boy, cut that mess out. They ain't dancing. You understand? Mom, look. Boom, boom. They'll give you a moment to shine. Then they let you turn up a little. Look. Who doing what you call that? This is
Oh man.
I ain't even no dance. You don't even know y'all young people. Now it's your moment to shine. Showtime at the Apollo for these. Like, Mark, do the stuff. You always doing it. Come on. You got the music played. They put the music
Oh,
on.
yeah.
To find the music. Now you know what I'm saying? Oh man, that's the first thing that come to mind. First thing that come to mind. You understand? That first
That's
thing
good.
that come to
That's
mind. You
good.
know that's during that awkward stage. You ought to be another young lady there that may be as shy as you for the most part.
Oh,
Go,
man.
go dance with the girl.
Yeah.
You want me to ask her?
Mhm.
Yeah. Go ask her. Go ask her. Now, I mean, the parents already talk, so she gonna say yes,
Mhm.
but they ain't gonna just give the girl to me. I still need to make an effort. Mark, go over there.
Mhm.
So it go from Mark, go on that to Mark.
Mhm.
Go over there. You see how it escalates, right?
Yeah.
Quick. Ah, go over there, ask him how you doing, you want.
Oh man.
She get up and then we
Yeah. Rocking back. Oh,
just rocking, that's all we doing. You know,
So bad.
hand on her back, right in the middle, holding the hand, just rock. I'm not even looking at her. She not looking at me. We're looking at everybody else. Like, you're satisfied? You
oh,
know.
man.
That's
Look
hilarious.
at John laughing. John, no, he laughed. That's why he laughing
John
so hard
laughing
like that.
hard,
John
hard,
laughing
hard.
hard.
John and Darnell are laughing. Both of
Both
them
of
are
them.
laughing.
Both of them. Both of them laughing.
Yeah, definitely can reminisce, man. Uncle Benny and Miss Jenny, that dance you do. Go ahead. Go ahead. Show him.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Show him. Yeah, yep. Yep. Just like that. You like, it was worse, man.
Yo, your mamas turned y'all into straight entertainment. I love it. I love that for y'all.
Straight up.
Man.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I
And
love that.
I think they already did, and I think they only did it to the boys too.
Yeah, because
Yeah, they
that didn't
only did
happen to
that
me.
to the boys.
Only,
Yeah, they didn't do that to my sister.
yeah, they only did it to the boys.
Yeah,
Only
that
did
did
it to
not
the
happen to
boys.
me. And bet nobody better send their little dusty ass boy to say hello to me or try to. My mother would kill. Like, are you You don't get away from my precious little pearl. You better leave her alone. My mama did not play them games. No, no, no. And my mama also was like, come in here to get your food and leave. You don't need to be in here any longer than that. Stay out of grown folks' mouth when they talk and get out.
Oh, that's a fact.
Mm,
That's a fact. Because you know you're going to hear a lot of colorful language, which you dare not repeat
mm,
ever.
mhm,
You
Nothing.
understand? But yeah, get out of their face. I remember one particular house party we went to. I was young. I think I was in elementary, 10 or 11, something like that. One of those 10, 11, 12.
yeah.
We went to this house party, family dressed up. I think it was just the three of us. I don't know why my brother and sister didn't go. So
Mhm,
we go to the house party, and there was kids there too. But one of the girls that was there, the young girl, she may have been the same age as me, as maybe a year older. You know, she came up to me and said, "Hi," just friendly, outgoing. How you doing? I'm, who the fuck is this?
mhm,
You know, I'm young. I didn't have to go actually. She just, "Hi, how you doing? I'm such and such."
mhm.
Like, "Hi, how you doing? Who is this boisterous? Why don't you get out of my face?" First, I don't want to be here. And I'm sitting down eating my little cake and ice cream. She's like, come with me.
Uh,
Come with you.
You like, come get your kid.
Right? Why would no kid to say everybody having a nice time?
mhm.
So then she grabbed my hand. She was like, yo, come with me. I'm like, is anybody seeing this? If you could see my face, like I didn't want to be bothered. All right, I get up. She take my hand. We go upstairs. I
Mhm.
said, where we going? She said, we're gonna go in my room. I said, hold on. What's going on here, man? This is setup? Yo, she said, we're gonna go in my room. You
Yeah.
understand? You know, I wasn't the ladies' man then that I am now. You
Mhm.
understand? I had to earn those stripes. So 10, 11, that's too fast for me. For the young lady, just come on, we're gonna go in my. I don't even know her. I didn't even get a chance to kick my game or anything. Let
You
me
were still
earn it.
eating your cake.
I'm still eating my cake.
Yeah.
So we upstairs, right? In one of the rooms, it was a guy laying down. Another one of the bedrooms, TV on. We thought the guy was asleep. So she's, oh, that's my room right there. I'm like, damn, this is really happening. So in my mind, I'm thinking, damn, what we gonna do once we get in there? You
Mhm.
do realize I'm a boy, right? I mean, and it's only so much we could do. Or I'm thinking about doing. I'm young. So we walk past there and we get ready to go into the room. The same dude that we thought was sleeping, he got up, and all we heard was, "Where y'all going?"
Mm,
Bam! I shot back downstairs fast,
mm.
fast, fast, fast. I, yo,
Uh,
yo, like 5 minutes later,
yeah.
I just see my pop's face come up to me like, "Oh, I already know I'm gonna get a beating."
Mm.
He didn't even hear it. Once I got home, I got a beating, and I said, "Yo, she told me to come." Y'all too busy dancing. Y'all didn't see when she accosted me, right? So y'all didn't see that part. Y'all didn't see when we left. None of that. But I'm in trouble because she took me with her. She basically kidnapped me, but I'm in trouble.
You using
Okay.
big words. Accosted, kidnapped.
Yo, I got in trouble. I got a beating for that
Man.
because of her.
You had earned that beating anyway. There was some
Come
other
on now.
thing you did that you didn't get a beating for. That was still your beating.
That was
So
for that. That was for that,
that
right?
was for that thing.
Okay.
Listen, brothers, we could
I'm a
talk
hold
about this
that
all night.
all night.
That was Mark's first setup chick. That's the set.
Shit.
Chick.
Yes, way before setup chicks became prevalent. That she probably led the crew.
If you watching, if you the original setup chick, get at us. We need to talk to you.
Setup.
Please. Because
Real.
I got a beating for that.
Yeah.
You still mad?
Yeah, I'm a little tight.
You big mad.
I ain't even get the kiss or nothing like that. If that's what it was leading to, then the beating would have been, cool. I could have held that good to, yo, we was kissing. Of course I would have lied. We was kissing, we was, yeah. Then she put on some lingerie. I'd had to lie to my brother. He was older.
Yeah.
She probably, let's just say she kissed me on the cheek, but the story my brother would have got,
Much more.
mm-hmm.
You would have been like, you a lying ass. You a lying ass. That was your brother in the room. You didn't know where your brother was. That was him in the room. He the one that came out and said, where y'all going?
No, that was my brother. It was some guy, I don't know. We thought he was asleep, but apparently he wasn't.
Mm-mm-mm.
Listen. Well, thank you, fellas. Thank you to the elders for all of the stories. I don't even know how we got here. We did it. We did it, elders. Thank you. We love you. We respect you. We're gonna take care of you. Because we're good people. That's why.
Facts. Mom, we love you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
For true. For true. Real talk. Real talk. Thank you guys for listening tonight. Thank you to C1. Thank you to Ja. Thank you to the store for the stories and for sharing. Not right, not wrong. Making opinions cool again on 92.6 The Spot. Catch the video on YouTube. Catch us on X, IG, Facebook, and I think all the things.
Apple,
Spotify,
everywhere.
all the platforms. We're there.
Yeah.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace, peace.